Bring holiday scenes to life with glow and sparkle is our topic today on Luminar Coffee Break. Let's see what we can accomplish in 10 minutes or less, starting now. Hello, everyone. So with the holiday season coming up, I wanted just to do a few just tips and tricks on what we could do with Luminar just to make the holiday images look better. All right. So let me just dive right. Here we go. Let me get back to it. There we go. All right. So here we are with it. Now, what I want to do is I want to add, first I want to enhance this image to make it look good, but I also want to add an overlay to it. And this overlay right here is, I did download this off the net. It's a New Year's. We'll do this for the New Year's. And notice it's gold text on black and a black background. So notice how I can't see the background. So if I change the layer blend mode, I'm going to come down here to lighten, or screen. I like lighten. Look what I just did. I got rid of that black. I'm going to move it into position. Right about there. That looks good. All right. So we just brought that in. And again, I did that by clicking the plus icon. And then I just browsed my collection here and I found that image and I brought it in. Once it's in my images permanently until I remove them. All right. So I have that in. That's all set. Now let's work on this image. Because we're on a separate layer, I'm not adjusting the Happy New Year layer. I'm only adjusting the snow globe. So I like the bokeh in the background, but you know what? Let's come down to the creative tools and add a little magic light. And with the magic light, I'm just going to increase the intensity. I'll go to an extreme. That's what it looks like as an extreme. Please don't do that. Let's go right about, actually start with an extreme. And then you could twist and see what type of shapes you want for that beam. And then the glow, the width of it. Oh, I like it right about there. All right, so I went to an extreme just so I can see it. Now I'm going to dial it back to make it look better. All right, let's see what it looks like. Ready? Now I can make it a little bit darker. So I'm going to go to the edits again. And the beauty of this is I can always come back and make edits. So it's I could make edits to this so it's destructive. So it's a non-destructive workflow. That looks good. All right, that's much better. All right, so there we are. So I have that set. Now, a couple of things. One, this snow globe. I am going to come up and I want to go back to our essential tools, enhance. No, you know what? Let's go to develop. And with develop, I am going to bring down the black tones. Oh, look at that. Now, by doing that, the globe looks really good. Let me go a little bit further. But I want that globe really to jump. So I like what I did here. I'm going to come down to Enhance AI. I'll make a global change. So I want the entire image to look good. And actually, you know what? I like it like that. I'm going to leave it there, but I'm going to add another one. And I want the center to be brighter than the background. So I added a second instance of the Enhance AI. Now I want to do a radial gradient, and I just want to draw it right on the snow globe. Let's see what that does for us. Yeah, look at that. So you see how it's bringing that more to life? All right, I love it. It looks great. There are going to be a few other things we could do to make it look even better. Now, I'm looking at how we did the magic light. What's the beauty part of this is I'm going to go back to my edits, and I want to re-edit that magic light again. But you know what? I don't want it here. So I'm going to click on delete. I don't want this one to be seen. I'm going to erase over it. I don't want this one. I don't want this one. I feel that these, and especially this one right here, they're drawing my eye to the scene that I don't want. But isn't that neat how I can either add or I can remove any of that magic light? So if it doesn't find the artificial light, so if I'm looking at the scene and I'm not finding the artificial light, I can actually go in and add a reference and give it that starburst. All right. So that's what we just did there. I'm going to go back to the top and see it all together. Beautiful. All right. So a couple things I do want to really draw more attention with that snow globe. I'm going to come down, and I know this is a tool we haven't worked with in a while. Creative. Ooh, neon glow. But what I want to do, instead of the neon version, I want to go to glow, outer, and I'm going to go to an extreme just so I can see what we're doing. And it's going to analyze the image for me, and I want it on that snow globe. So in a moment, let me bring it in. Oh, look what it's doing. Look at that snow globe. I could change the colors. I'm going to go to this extreme for a moment just so I can see what it looks like. Dial it back a bit, and now I'm going to select the right color I want, right about there. And now I can make that color. I can adjust the whiteness of that color. So I like it right about there. Maybe add a little more of a glow. Golden tones. Let's see. Yeah, that's adding. Look at that. I like it. But what we could also do with it now is I don't want it down in here, let's say. I definitely don't want it on the New Year's. So we're going to click on brush, erase. What I want to do now is I want to erase the effect definitely down here. Let's see what that does. Yeah, look at that. So it's neat that what we're able to do over here and on each of the tools, we have the ability to apply a mask to each of the tools. So this is going to help us with our creativity. All right, so I have that all set. Now I'm looking at it a little bit further, and I want that New Year's to really jump. So I'm still on the bottom layer. So let's come over here to the essential tools again, and I'm going to darken the entire image. Oh, I like how the New Year's is looking. So that's a global change. Now let's go to mask, linear gradient, and watch what we're going to do. We're only going to apply that change on the lower half of the image. That's where I want it. Look at that. See if it makes a difference. Oh, look. So look how just by doing that little extra. All right. Now, here's where quality control comes in. All right. I'm looking at it. I like what I'm seeing. However, I went way too heavy on the starburst effects. So no problem. Let's come back to edits again. And we'll go back down to our magic light. And let's see, let's move the size down a little bit. Maybe bring down the intensity a little bit. I'm sorry, that's for the brush. What I want to do is I want to take brightness down just a little bit, maybe the number of beams. There we go. All right, here's the intensity. Yeah, right about, I think there's going to look good. To the top, there we go, that's better. So it's not as like in your face that I had it earlier. But look at this. We went from this image, which was the stock image. So this image here is what I downloaded from Adobe Stock. And that's what we converted it to. Just with just a simple use of some of the Luminar Neo tools. Again, magic light, magic light, and then that neon glow. And I know that's a tool that we usually don't work with, but man, look at the difference. Before, after, and again, you could dial it back if you feel it's too heavy or not enough. And then here we have it. All right. So guys, I hope that helped you to give you some ideas, especially during this holiday season. Use the magic light, use the neon glow. Think of some tools that you could apply this to and start taking those photos, especially over the holidays, and then come back in, experiment. That's the key. Experiment over and over again. And if you need creativity, go to the Luminar Marketplace, check out some of the overlays that they have there. That may spark your creative juices to get you going and make it look really sharp. All right. Well, guys, thanks so much for joining us. If you're here, please stick around for the Ask Me Anything segment. For everyone else, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you at the next coffee break.